Hey there, people. I know hundreds of people have already played through Daggerfall on YouTube, many of them doing weird challenge runs, weird builds, weird mod load orders. I feel like we haven't reached the stage in the life cycle that Skyrim has with how many trees are in Skyrim, and I killed every NPC in Skyrim. Damn, what not having a sequel in 14 years will do to a fan base. I think Daggerfall got a resurgence in YouTube presence around the release of Daggerfall Unity, a port into the Unity engine that released a public beta around 2021, and actual full release in 2023. No, I don't honestly think I can top Skyrim's, but I'm buying Whiterun. Or playing through Daggerfall's main quest as a werewolf, a monk, a mage.
Daring today, aren't we?
Or somebody with every disadvantage. No, I've decided I'm going to ask the question, can I have fun with Daggerfall without doing the main quest? Also, a coherent story. But isn't the main quest most of the actual storyline of this game? Is there any way for it to be fun? Why would I do this? In order, yes, yes. As for why...
To answer that, we need to talk about parallel universes.
I kid. Actually, as part of my Skyrim story, I was looking for a way to play Skygerfall, which recreates Daggerfall's main quest in Skyrim, kind of like Skywind and Skyblivion are aiming to do eventually, and I had one of my long-standing characters travel back to 3rd Era 405 and do the deed. Think about it. It's never explained where the agent goes after the end of Daggerfall. He's said to have vanished without a trace after giving the totem of Tiber Septim and the resultant dragon break. It's just assumed that he was somehow consumed by the dragon break or something. I just wrote that he traveled back to the future. I'm using quite a few mods, and I add more mods as the game goes on. I started with Daggerfall and added about 50 more. I might mention them if it becomes relevant. What is relevant is this mod, Dynamically Progressing Main Quest. From time to time, it'll put up a message on screen of what the actual hero of Daggerfall is doing, freeing me from any responsibility, but giving me a good timeline of what old Damien is doing. It's not compatible with arguably the best main quest mods, Main Quest Definitive Edition, which combines 4 other main quest mods, none of which actually did specifically what I wanted. And although I'm not playing Skyrim really, I will be using Skygerfall to do some of the scenes. In fact, I decided I would make a scene between the Imperial Palace and Privateer's Hold, but I think I'm going to flash back to that later in the video. So this is Damien Guevin, agent and hero of Daggerfall. Ooh, let me do something. This will be fun.
Excuse the gloom, but none may know of this meeting.
Might have a separate video idea there, comparing Daggerfall's main quest to Skygerfall. Anyway, like I said, this is Damien, but he is not the focus of this story. This is Modzy.
Hi, I'm Modzy.
Hey, not yet. In fact, your voice is kind of annoying. Might want to keep your talking to the minimum.
Well, fuck you too, narrator. This is my story.
Anyway, that's enough nonsense. Let's head to Gothway Garden.
I wish we were headed to Gothway Garden.
Part 1. Crime doesn't pay. Okay, intro over. We're playing Daggerfall now. So normally this is the message that would appear. I'm only showing it because the storm did hit the boat. However, if you enable Dynamically Progressing Main Quest, this message does not appear. You just gotta hit yes 3 times. Yes. Yes. Note that you might have other messages, like this is the standard Daggerfall Unity tutorial button. This is climates and calories, which I turned off. Yes again for main quest. Yes for quest pack 1. And I'm going to let Damien take 3 years instead of 12. Go on adventure. Your own fate awaits you. It actually did take me a couple of tries to get the ebony dagger. And she let her hair down. Anyway, if you've seen any of those other videos, you know that for new players, Privateer's Hold can be kind of a meat grinder, but if you know what you're doing, and or you're lucky, you can just basically blitz your way out of here. The ebony dagger really helps. The fact that she is a short blade specialist also means I use the ebony dagger for a lot of the game. 2 important mods to mention, instant weapon swap and uncanny's always hit. Also, pointy hat. I end up using that for quite a while. These things do make the game a little bit easier, but also as I mentioned in other videos, it just feels bad to miss things because of your character's ineptitude. I feel like it's kind of even worse in Morrowind. which in the playthrough I'm doing now, I also used an always hit mod. Believe me, I played these things vanilla first. Anyway, eventually we make our way out of Privateer's hold. I got some business to do, and I did manage to get a whole set of chain and leather armor in here, and a crossbow. Let's go to just the nearest place and sell some of this crap. I would say I'm still in step 0 of this journey, as step 1 is to go to the bank. There are a number of wilderness encounter mods. One of them allows farms to be raided. Really, I'm experiencing a lot of this for the first time, because on my initial playthrough I did not have so many mods. This is going to be just as much of a surprise for me as it is for you. Because really, I'm trying to figure out if you can have fun without the main quest. Randomness is fun. While I'm running from these orcs and getting demolished, I'll let you in on what my main goals are actually for this run. You know, concrete goals and not just like have fun. It's to join the Thieves Guild, join the Dark Brotherhood, join the Red Lantern Guild, and progress as far as I can in all 3, and whatever else seems interesting if it's adjacent to that. Oh my god, they don't know how to use fences. Game, set, match. I'm going to try and level up to high level. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're planning on modding this game, you should grab all the quest mods that are available on the Nexus. Quest Pack 1 is a shining example because it gives a lot of like more interesting quests for all the guilds. But also there's the Great Knight, the Dark Horse Courier, the Red Lantern Guild, the Archaeologist Guild, which I also might try.
Hey, let's talk about my goals. It's to get rich. That's it. Money. Moolah.
Shut up. This is my video. So anyway, I decided after dying to orcs a couple times that I would just try out a few cities near me. And Newcroft seems to have a lot of the amenities that I want. But before I start going and joining guilds, I need to get money. And you may think the most heinous crime is treason or murder or mass murder. But no, in Daggerfall, it's defaulting on your loans. Well, no, in fact, that's why there aren't any banks in Morrowind, Oblivion, or Skyrim, because the entire banking system collapsed when adventurers would take out huge loans and just leave Daggerfall. Oh hey, check it out. Random thing happening. This could be interesting. Eye of the Beholder, ladies and gentlemen. Third-person gameplay in Daggerfall. I'm thinking at this point this video is going to become a partial mod list video, seeing as I keep shouting out mods. Anyway, waiting till morning, it's time to visit the bank and take out a massive loan that I will never pay back. I mean, or will I? I'm going to be here at least 3 years. Now remember, arrows and gold actually have weight. Oh, and letters of credit require a fee. 18,000's enough. Sell the crap that I do have, which is pretty good. And it takes me about a day in searching about every store in town to actually find a cart and horse in a store. Can you believe this tiny store is the only one that has it? Money well spent, since having a horse allows you to travel faster, and having a cart gives you the ability to carry a lot more. In a land the size of Great Britain, I guess the world is my oyster. As I said, I do want to join the Thieves Guild first. Since I'm not really that strong yet, I figure I can steal some things, maybe make some money, get some gear. But first, I think I'm just going to do something random. This is supposed to be fun, right? With travel options, I can experience the things in between. And I'm getting attacked on the road now. There's another one for you, the Penwick Papers. It allows you to blind enemies. Unfortunately, thieves can also blind you. I am now running away. See, the game's still not that easy. Random things happening is fun, right? Right? Man, this 3-on-1, which is now a 2-on-1, is not great. I like how you can play the avoidance game. You can bait and punish. Whew, I almost got robbed of my life here. Dude had 1 piece of gold. Here's straight overland travel with travel options. Looks pretty cool. I mean, you're having to load terrain 10 times faster or more. so sometimes I can lag a little bit. Future me note, the double horse thing is a bug that I fix eventually, and I will tell you how to fix it later. But me at the time didn't really care. So anyway, the point of what I was doing is I was going to another town to try and pickpocket the random locals, to try and get an invitation to the Thieves Guild. Unfortunately, I suck at pickpocketing. Also at the time, I didn't know that your crimes follow you through an entire country. So I'm now wanted throughout Daggerfall, the country. This is a little sleepy village, and I feel like their entire guard squad is on me now. POV me trying to join the Thieves Guild and accidentally getting an invitation to the Dark Brotherhood, you know, on account of the murders. On the bright side, though, they do make good target practice. They don't have ranged weapons, and they are kind of stupid. But they're somewhat strong for my level. Yeah, so I died, and I tried again. And the guard squad was all over me. Instantly, again, 100 guards. I've come to realize it's way easier to join the Thieves Guild by breaking and entering. Pickpocketing is pretty whack in this game. Yeah, I fought him for a long time, and then I decided I'd mount up and leave. Look at that sliver of health. Coconuts don't fail me now. That's my horse's name. He's named after the sounds he makes. My travel was interrupted by a bear. Huh. And orcs, I guess. These guys really need to get their player character license so they can stop messing with me. They're not playable in this game, and they become playable after this game, which is pretty neat. You could say Gortwog got the respect that he wanted. For now, though, this is essentially a bandit in the wilderness. Not having the best luck, as the next morning I was attacked by a highwayman. We're having fun, right? Anyway, trying one more time to rob somebody. It's even better the third time. I proceeded to train for a while using these guys. Is it just me, or do her swings seem really weak at this point? I'm also growing quite frustrated at this crime system. Oh, I thought that they just kill you. 800 days? I didn't even think that was possible. Huh. Soft ceiling around 2 years, 730 days. Welp. Just a note here, it is possible to get a reduced sentence. Lie is a streetwise check, debate is an etiquette check. I currently have neither one of those skills very high, so I guess I'm going to go with lie. Oof. But all I did was steal a loaf of bread, unsuccessfully, and kill about 30 people. Also probably disturbing the peace, mayhem, or whatever. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't give me a death sentence for that. Oh, you can just hold escape to skip the time. Part 2. You mean you still haven't joined the guilds? Or the worst place to live, Mastering Orchard. After 2 years in that hole, Modsy emerges, a little bit older, a little bit wiser. Boy, have I learned something about Streetwise. I've also learned that I'm going to go back to the scene of my crime and break into some shops and steal that stuff instead. Honestly, a case study on how the prison system doesn't work, especially the American one. And I'm still level 2, so my lockpicking sucks. So time to do the breaking part of breaking and entering. Incense and soft music, jackpot. That means it's a high quality shop. And later at a different location, I go to sell off this stuff, since there is no stealing system. There are no fences, nobody can tell what's stolen magically. Didn't make a lot of sense in the later Elder Scrolls games. Somewhat defeated in general, but hopeful that I'll get my letters, I return to New Chester. There's a dude teaching etiquette here, but I ain't got 300 coins to spare. I mean, I do, but not for that. So it was at this point I decided I needed to give the Red Lantern a visit, since I'm waiting for the other guilds to open up to me. And if it's not obvious, Red Lantern equals red light, as in red light district. As in, this is a prostitutes guild and I'm not going to be able to show a lot of it for pixelated boobs. Well, the quest giver anyway. Mozzie's 20 now and she wants to rise in the criminal underworld. The basic jobs for this guild are perform acts for people. It starts off local in town and is pretty easy. You know, just a dialogue. But it becomes more and more spy-esque as you get up in the ranks. Oh, a lady client. Yep, that's it. Pretty much played for laughs. Anyway, I kept at this a few more days, waiting for my letters. Oh hey, another random encounter. There's an Atronak. I guess the guards here don't hate me because I paid my debt to society. Oh wow, he one-shotted that guy. Really? What a time to run out of arrows. I'm gonna let the guards tank and loot their corpses when this is over.
You really think I wouldn't see you? We've got a live one.
Wow, a single emerald. Really, I guess the real reward is doing heroic things, or whatever. Also the 20 guard bodies I'm about to loot all the gold off of. At some point I learned that you can run over people with a horse, and I get in trouble with the law again. And they even follow me into the Red Lantern. Jesus Christ, these guys have no chill. So I decided to climb the wall and leave this stupid town for now. Knight's Ham. Real original. Alright, cool, let's go. And a deaf-mute street urchin presses a note into her hand. Dark Brotherhood, baby. What the heck, did the guards of Newchester send word ahead that I was coming here?
I am not going back to prison.
This one guard came out on his own, trying to be the hero or something. Well, I've certainly killed people before. I've heard most of the Daggerfall experience is dungeons, but I seem to not be doing a lot of dungeons yet. Alright, let's go to Burgwall. It was then that I learned if your rep is really bad, from, you know, doing a lot of crime including murder, people, including commoners, just flat out won't talk to you. Which makes this game pretty much impossible, unless you're already a member of a guild. So we're in a real bad place because we're in the middle of joining the Dark Brotherhood and nobody will talk to us to tell us where to find this guy. Spend a day finding him. When I stop recording, you know it's bad, by the way. And wouldn't you know it, I received my Thieves Guild entry. They want me to steal a shirt, which I guess I don't need to talk to anybody to find a shirt. You know, the fact that all quests have time limits in this game makes this extremely inconvenient. Because if not, I could just wait out my bad rep, or it would give me time to raise it by doing quests. And so we find the person for the Dark Brotherhood. I like that she looks like a simple random cottagecore lady. The Brotherhood has been watching you. You've proven you can kill with a blade. Join us or be marked for death. They just want me to poison somebody at the Screaming Rascal Pub. Blessings of Mafala upon you. Typically I get more than one quest and then I go out and do all of them. In any game that I play. And this game conveniently has time limits, so I usually do the one that is closer or sooner. Let's go do the Thieves Guild first. Hey, there's an airship in the air.
I see you, wench.
Who you calling a witch? Also, giants are raiding the farm. Interesting. Sadly, the giants quickly started decimating the guards. One by one, more guards came. Eventually, I managed to kill a lot of the giants. The gold certainly helps. Not really knowing what to expect from this Dark Brotherhood job, I decided to ride out into the wilderness a little bit and rest. See a merchant getting attacked, which I don't really care. I want to do my mission, but I won't be able to rest anymore. Sadly, I think the merchant died in that fight, so I get nothing. An hour later, I'm attacked by a bear, finally heading back towards the farm. Orcs have begun raiding the farm. This has got to be the worst place to live. What? Why? You've got orcs. What are you doing? I wasn't even committing a crime, currently. These guards were sent here to fight these orcs, and they're deciding to fight me instead. If I slink off, I think that they should fight each other. Like over there in the distance, the groups are fighting each other, so I'm just going to run and let them deal with each other.
I smell your fear.
Jesus Christ, the crime system in this game is so stupid.
Found you.
Would you guys let me poison this nice lady in peace? I guess before they came in while I was looking for stuff, they actually... Oh, no, the orcs are still here. What are these guards doing? Am I that much of a public enemy that the guards and the orcs are teaming up? I mean, the orcs are trying to fight the guards too. Dude, I already served my sentence. I feel like I'm the main character in Les Miserables, except every guard is that guy. So I decided I would leave again and see if the guards would reset, since they're there for the orc thing. Huh, another random event. 3 groups of religious dudes, and they're about to fight. I don't really feel inclined to do anything. I feel like if I wait and just loot the dead when it's over, that's a win for me. Whoops, I did that on foot. Oh well. I'm here. You've got to be kidding me. Haha, I got them to despawn from the event. That's pretty gamey, but I don't care. So is infinitely spawning guards. Time to actually go do my job now. How? A bandit raid? Well, I'm definitely not joining the guards. Screw it, I might as well have more fun with this. Pretty sure this is from the Lives of Raiders mod. You greet the bandits. After a quick talk, they accept you among their ranks for the assault. As far as random events go, this was extremely interesting and dangerous. Both sides get mounted troops, and they keep calling for reinforcements until they run out. Honestly, can't recommend enough. Pretty fun. And fun is what we're after here. Eventually I will get to that coherent story. This battle has to have lasted at least 20 minutes. My stuff is starting to break. So future me note, that note right there signals the fact that you need to run. I have never seen the bandits win this fight. And since these are knights, not guards mostly, I decide I'm finally going to go back in the house and do my job and get out of here. There's still a guard in here from earlier. He's very tanky. One of these guys had a new pair of pants, since I've already broken 2 pairs of pants. There it is. I'm finally killing the person I was intended to. Now to get the fuck out of here. Oh yeah, and for anybody who does this quest, save before it because you're supposed to simply drop the decanter on the ground, but sometimes the quest doesn't flag correctly. I ended up having to use console commands to advance the quest. This is the message you should get when you turn it in. Good old Bethesda. So I take my single gold coin and head off to do the Thieves Guild job. Or rather, I go to a different region to repair and sell. And I realize I have 91 days to do the Thieves Guild job. So I grab my first Dark Brotherhood job. Travel to a dungeon, kill a traitor. Maybe I'll find time to do the Thieves Guild job this time. After that farm, I welcome a dungeon crawl. Anyway, it takes me quite a while to find this guy, and as all dungeons in Daggerfall, this dungeon is pretty long. I mean, it's not as long as anything like Wayrest Castle. And by the way, this is from the Dark Brotherhood in Glen Point. I am fully annoyed with Daggerfall's crime system at this point, but after I'm done, I go back to Daggerfall. That is hilarious that the dude just left his door unlocked and he heard me coming. Like, how is this a test at all? You'd think I would at least need to pick the lock. Me sneaking around like a normal The Elder Scrolls player.
No sudden moves.
Okay. A non-stealth mission, I guess. I will say that one thing Quest Pack 1 does really well which puts it above these vanilla quests, is that it puts skill checks in things. This is more breaking and entering and murder than, you know, a real Thieves Guild type quest. A note is tucked inside the long shirt. Oh, alright, that's where I'm supposed to take it. Huh, a grange appears to be a farm of some kind. What? No. No!
No! No! No!
The raid actually wasn't bad. I just don't want to bore you with doing that again. Hey, sorry I brought the fuzz to you. So the shirt was actually a piece of crap and they just give you 1 gold piece and they give you a dungeon map. One of the cool things about both of these criminal organizations is that once you're a member, you can automatically see where they are in town. Normally an unassuming house in town. For one, verisimilitude. Wouldn't make sense to just ask a random person where it is. And for another, I don't have to ask anybody where it is and I automatically know where it is. Anyway, time to cheese it and get out of here. Back to Newchester, where I am still wanted. I haven't really been showing every level up. I'm level 6 now, with a decent amount of power. And I decided to go part of the way using travel options. Meet a couple of unhostile guards, and I remember I have a mod called Language Skills Overhaul, which allows me to not only pacify people, but to recruit them to my party. Let me tell you, I love this mod. The skill you use is based on who you're trying to talk to. Obviously, guards are etiquette, and it actually gives the language skills something to do. And you get to name them. I'm going to call you Sir Tiffany.
Not a word to your guard buddies.
Hopefully Tiffany doesn't report crimes. Anyway, kill a nature crazed hermit for the Dark Bros. Nature-themed dungeon. And then I head over to the actual Thieves Guild building for the first time. Quaint little pig pen looks like a front for a criminal organization. Steal some research notes from a member of the Mages Guild. Something I hadn't mentioned up until this point, I joined the Mages Guild and did 1 quest for them. Mainly so I could get access to the Spellmaker. Wasn't relevant at the time, but it's a little bit relevant now, since this is going to piss off the Mages Guild. Oh, and I go ahead and do a job for the Red Lantern, since it's quick, easy money. For me, anyway. Do some quick repairs. Really, 90% of this game is shopping and dress up. And then take another Red Lantern job that's in another town for a rich noble. While I'm out, you know. And he does not like my service. So I guess apparently it's an easy etiquette check or something like that. And you can fail. Dude calls the guards. Doesn't count for your crime rep though, so
Strike now while she's calling. You'll not leave her alive. Face your doom.
you may notice that Tiffany is not helping. That's not because of crime factions or anything. Sometimes, especially quest NPCs, which these dudes are, your party members just won't do anything about, and you've got to manually give them the command to attack. Oh, that's probably why I'm taking so much damage.
Their blood is on your hands, you turd.
There's actually a mod to be able to hurt those guys, but I'm glad I don't have it, as I have recently cleared my name. Fat lot of good you were, Tiffany. Anyway, to do my other jobs. Oh, I believe this is my first message. Damien's actually doing something. I don't think the prison sentence affected this. Anyway, he went to see the King of Worms, and is directed to Minnesera.
First dungeon, eh, Tiffany? Having second thoughts about quitting your guard job yet?
Whoa, I'm glad he was there, otherwise that would have been a jump scare and a half. Although the bears seem a little weak now. Anyway, this dungeon isn't that long or complicated or difficult. Good way to get my feet wet. I think this is only like the 3rd dungeon I've done in this playthrough. Huh, secret door. Now he's taking some damage. I wonder if I can make a spell to heal my allies. That's a good idea. Save that for later. What the heck is that? Well, the wolves don't like it, so it's probably unnatural. Ooh, is that a dreg? / Drew? Oh yeah, that's what it is. Kill it with fire, I always say. Two things I don't particularly like mashed together. Centaurs and arachnids. I recognize that guy. That's a Spriggan. Actually took me a while to find her, but there she is. Tiffany, do something. The deed is done. And the Brotherhood makes me a journeyman killer. I steal those research notes for the Thieves Guild, which has me go all the way to that island off of Daggerfall. Looks like the real deal. Not like I could tell anyway. You know, early Thieves Guild jobs don't pay as well as the Red Lantern jobs. Anyway, from here I settle into a gameplay loop of getting jobs from the 3 guilds, going out and doing them and coming back. Occasionally other jobs, and occasionally the Mages Guild. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Part 3. A Company of Rogues. My language skills aren't really great because I didn't build this character with language skills overhaul in mind. So I'm only occasionally able to adopt people into our party.
You'll regret that, wretch.
But when I do, it feels like a great occasion. I'm going to call you Giala. I definitely did not use a Breton name generator for that. Stealth language. I was like whispering in his ear or something. Hey, you want to join my guild? You're going to be Reginald the Unready, since you didn't see me coming. I got a pretty mean group of ruffians at this point. 2 turned guards and a thief to support my criminal activities. Also, I like when they get their attention and I can backstab. What's funny is while performing a Red Lantern job for an obol, another noble asked me to get rid of a criminal element. I guess the nobles are really starting to trust me. Devil you know and all that.
No sudden moves.
I got attacked by some highwaymen. I imagine I'm yelling things like, hey, I'll pay you better than you get paid with them.
Could you?
Wow, Tiffany's got some feelings about this.
We've got a live one.
I know it may seem like I'm aimlessly wandering around, but travel options is really good, especially with all the new points between. I've come upon a necromantic ritual in the woods. Imagine that one was like, join me or die. Since we killed all your friends already. Shivara. Since this is my arc of gathering an army of rogues and ne'er-do-wells, and also a couple guards apparently. Dang, this makes things a lot easier.
I'll cut you down to that.
My work here is done. Rival criminal organization exterminated. Back to that noble, there's a group of spellcasters attacking the city. I guess since the guards are utterly useless, we're gonna have to do something about it. Why weren't these guards more useless when they were putting me in jail for 2 years?
We've got company.
Hail Mozzie, Devourer of Souls? I mean, I guess. Is that supposed to be a compliment? I'll take the money. Oh yeah, gold has weight. I need to stow some of my gold in my wagon. It was about this time that I started to get some wanderlust. Wanted to go to some place that looked different, like Hammerfell. And I have it set so you can only do ship travel from port towns, so I guess talking to this guy is the right move. Whoa, what the heck? I meant to charter a ship, not an airship. But honestly, that's really cool. I already paid for it, might as well use it. Obviously, this comes from the mod Airships. We've been seeing airships in the air throughout this playthrough. Well, this is really cool. Oh my god, we're going so fast.
They better pay me extra for this.
Of course, I don't know how much actual time it will take to cross Iliac Bay. Just so you know, way too long. So no, I would not suggest trying to cross Iliac Bay this way. I think Come Sail Away, which is an ocean sailing mod, has a way to increase the time scale. I would suggest trying to use that. Anyway, cut to Hammerfall. You were in Sentinel and Sentinel. You mean to tell me Sentinel has neither a Dark Brotherhood nor a Thieves Guild? Well, time to move on. Oh, looks like some Alakir dudes.
Keep your guard up, guys.
Also, they don't appear to be hostile. Just as rude as Daggerfall people, though. And racist. Well, this one's got a Thieves Guild at least. I like how the interiors are different. Instead of an attic, it's got a basement. Pickpocket seems like something I should be good at. Take dagger, take payment, bring it back. I feel like there's some kind of catch to this. No, that was it, I guess. Strangely easy. Wow, 72 gold. What a pittance. So I went out and came back another time. Not really relevant or interesting. What is relevant, interesting, and stupid is that while I was traveling, I accidentally left ship travel checked. So I was like down here in this area trying to get to Sentinel. So it sent me across this ocean. So this happened. You've been attacked by pirates while on your way to Sentinel. That is a lot of guys. And they don't appear to be turnable. That sucks. No! My people and the ship's company began to be whittled down one by one until only Modsy remained.
I can't run. I'm in the middle of the bay. What do I do?
Should we gut this one together?
Eventually, there is no announcement for this, but there is a third boat that I noticed, and a bunch of friendlies in the water, unloading arrows into the pirates. Apparently sailors in this world all load up with potions of water walking before they go on their privateer missions. And the game suddenly announces that the pirates have been defeated. And we are left to contemplate our place in this world as Modsy loots the dead.
Everyone is dead. They're all gone.
Interlude. The boat to Gothway. After the hero of Daggerfall's meeting with the Emperor, on their way to Gothway Garden, 3 heroes meet on a boat. Yeah, I could have put this at the beginning of the video, but it feels more relevant here.
Hi, I'm Modsy.
I'm Damien. You seem familiar.
Ever been to Morrowind? Besides my few months in Cyrodiil, this is my first time leaving it. Oh, were you just trying to pick me up or something?
Oh no, not at all. Can't say I have. It's hard to believe the Emperor is so invested in this mission. What do you make of that guy?
Looks like a narc.
Me? Nothing special about me, sir.
I'm no sir. You weren't hired with the others. Who are you? Some kind of insurance by the Emperor? Maybe you can tell me what's going on here. It seems like this mission was meant for just about anybody but me.
The name's Carvolo. I'll be straight with you. I'm an Imperial battle mage.
Like the Imperial Battle Mage?
No, that's Okato, the Altmer that was probably standing beside the Emperor in your meeting.
Oh, friend of yours?
I've never met the Emperor, but Okato was one of my teachers. And I admit he might have sent me to keep an eye on you, since you are some kind of destined hero. Like the Eternal Champion, also Okato, before you. But you dropped out of thin air.
Oh, I heard of you. You're that kid who blew up the battle spire.
Watch your tongue, Ashskin.
You better watch yours, Enwa, or you won't have a tongue much longer.
Guys, hang on. Calm down. What's this about the battle spire?
It was a long time ago. I was indeed the last recruit to the battle spire. Ever feel like you've peaked, Damien? It's all people ever talk about these days. Say, ever been to Gothway Garden? It's a quaint little port town. I can point out some sights for the two of you once we get there.
I wish we were headed to Gothway Garden.
Part 4. The Tragedy of Loss.
Should I even get involved?
So dejected, defeated, Modsy returns to the peninsula.
You really think I wouldn't see you?
She travels around a little bit, trying to alleviate the sorrow of losing her whole company. Doing some more loner-style jobs, like this Dark Brotherhood job that has you teleport into a den and fight your way out. The Ember's magical power swells and begins churning powerfully. The gem shatters. The band of Brotherhood hunters will be somewhere in this pit.
Looks like fresh prey for us.
Well, I found an enemy of some kind.
I smell a coward.
These enemies in here are really beefy. Paralysis spell. By chance we make another friend for a moment.
Life, meaningless.
Luckily, there is a death alternative mod called Die Harder, and it spawned me in the same ruin, with more knights to fight that I convinced to come to my side. So that Iron Atronach wasn't going to do us in. Unfortunately, this is one of the more difficult Dark Brotherhood quests from Quest Pack 1, at least for my level. The Iron Atronachs keep spawning, until a certain amount of time passes. So at this point, it's a battle of attrition.
I guess we're in this together now, warrior. These things are invading your home base. What's your name? No, if we survive this, then I'll learn your name.
There are 3 burly foresters. Seems their recent activities in Sentinel Wilderness attracted a group of spiders. I do not care about the spiders. Maybe these dudes could help me with this Atronach. Is this a random unrelated event? Because, wow, that was incredibly fortuitous.
This one is ours.
You take left, I'll take right.
Them hitting him really helped. And I have a secret. I did in fact make a spell to heal my companions, but I wasn't sure if I was going to get a chance to use it since they all kept dying. The Atronachs only seem to be every now and then, so we explore a little bit. A random spell sword bursts through the door, but is immediately pacified.
You look a little torn up. You're an adventurer, aren't you? Not like these guys. Let me patch you up. Not learning your name, though.
And finally, the Atronach attacks continue.
You take left, I'll take right. We've got a live one. How could you?
Shall we cut this one together?
Finally surviving the Atronachs long enough, our actual quest targets arrive. But with the hunting party and the friends we made in the ruin, compared with the Atronachs, They are light work. We say goodbye to the hunters and then head back to town with our new friends, who we will now learn their names. Your name is Tara. Huh, well, this one's not interesting, I guess.
Collect call from...
I'm not giving my name to a machine.
In fact, you can get out of here. Now, what about you?
The name's Minder.
Minder? That's totally made up. But whatever, Minder. I'm Modsy.
You must be joking. That name sounds as bogus as mine.
Whatever.
So apparently the Queen had those guys in that trap for us to be replaced with something more malleable. And we've been promoted to Operator, Professional Killer for Hire. They want me to do a child's ransom.
Nope, sorry. I don't deal with hurting kids.
Steal a mage's research notes. Nope, not doing that again. Part 5. Making a name for myself. Sometime later, also after recruiting a new thief from a bandit camp, Ravani, and fighting a duel with a random wandering knight, and checking to see if my rep has cleared any in Daggerfall, I decide we're finally going to head home to Newchester.
Welcome to my home base, Newchester.
Yep, just the hospitality I remembered. But at least I can sell here, and I know where everything is. Well, back to the old grind. Jewel heist, cool. Man, a lot of people want Mages Guild notes. First I had to steal them, then I refused to steal them, now I have to kill for them. And because it's new and interesting, I decided to join the Archaeologist Guild. They train in language skills, which I definitely use now, and possibly new and interesting quests. They offer an item of recall, but I already have a recall spell. It's a basic spell offered by the Mages Guild. Mages Notes, absolute temperature. And there's the ring I'm supposed to steal. Cool. Also, from time to time, I'm taking jobs from the local townspeople. So maybe there's a shot they'll actually talk to me and not just absolutely hate me. One way to help with this is the mod Adventure Finds You, so you don't have to ask people, they'll just seek you out when you enter a building. Unfortunately, sometimes this leads to a ruin full of werewolves with a room full of orcs that just completely bum rush your party. Tara, we barely knew ye. I'm serious, we barely knew her. Thief, we already forgot your name, apparently.
Damn it! Just you and me now, Minder.
It's Minder.
Whatever. It's a stupid name anyway.
So the two of them battle their way out. He's actually quite a capable combatant.
Impressive.
You're not so bad yourself, Dark Elf.
Oh wow, a Daedroth. I think it's the first one of those I've seen this playthrough. I think I need to get a better crossbow, since it doesn't even work on werewolves, let alone Daedroths. Dang, he was tanky. Guess we're officially high level now. Ancient vampires are tough. Oh dang, I think I crit him. And I'm paralyzed. Oh god. Die Harder to the rescue.
I'm here. Don't die on me. Keep it together.
Where's my stuff? Alright, here's the plan. Find my equipment, kill the vampire. Back to it.
Your intellect is truly dizzying. Why not just say, hit him really hard?
Oh, great idea.
Dude, don't just stand there. What are you doing?
Mission accomplished.
You're unbelievable.
Yes, I know. I am pretty impressive. Aren't I?
By the gods.
It appears there's a lone orc fighting some undead over there. I turned the corner to find he was not alone. Nice. I think this will be my first non-human companion. Unfortunately, he's foolhardy and quickly falls to his own kind. No, not orc. I hadn't even looked up orc names yet. Back to Newchester. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the whole reason I agreed to that quest is that he offered some information on who attacked our ship, you know, at the beginning of the game. Just so happens to also be the shop that I usually go to. You sailed an unmarked ship for the Imperial City, but your identity, your mission, and your patron are known to the Perceptive, by which he means Damien. An unknown agent convinced the Mad Witch of the Rothgarian Mountains, the grandmother of the present king of Daggerfall, that your ship carried the murder of her son, the late King Lysandus. That is all I can tell you. I mean, that's better than nothing. And because of the trouble I just had with all those werewolves, we are going to commission a mithril crossbow. 4,000 gold, 3 days, not too bad. So I need to come back on the 11th. I got a calendar mod, by the way. Brotherhood job to kill a bodyguard rather than killing the person who he is guarding? Okay, sure, whatever. Thieves Guild promotion, including the ability to use their fence. Not that that really means anything in Daggerfall. Steal something local. Like the sound of that. You can tell this is a Quest Pack 1 quest because of this skill check that comes up immediately as I enter this tavern, giving me the ability to do this without combat. Unfortunately, my actual pickpocketing is terrible. Putting me on the wrong side of the law, again. So you know, I loaded the game, not wanting to deal with that crap again, not thinking about the fact that I had saved before I picked up that quest. Good riddance. This actually ended up being a much more interesting quest. And hey, people will actually talk to me again now. Guess the quests I've been doing for common folk are paying off. Here's one now. This is a fun one. A Breton man conspiratorially approaches me and asks me to kidnap his friend for a surprise. A birthday party. So Minder and I surround this unsuspecting guy and throw this bag over his head. You can see his angry face in the corner of my screen. Then I proceed to drag him along to my next few killing and stealing jobs. And one for the Mages Guild. Behind a secret door gets me every time. Including one for the Thieves Guild in which I steal this confession and then teleport out immediately. Yep, this dude is still awaiting his birthday party in the corner there. Eventually though, we make it to the party. We take him to his friend's castle. Seems kinda unpopulated in here. Surprise! A crowd of his friends surround him, undo his bands, and laugh at the great time they had planning it. You receive opulent praise for your performance in the act. Yeah, performance. Doesn't seem like a very nice castle, though. Oh god! Why does this castle have werewolves? Come on, guys, let's get the heck out of here. And while doing a Thieves Guild job, I got a commoner quest to rescue somebody's betrothed. I thought, yeah, why not? That's a decent amount of money. And accidentally end up traveling to Daggerfall during the night for it. Oh, that's the final turn in place, not the place that I need to go right now. We reach the place and get jumped by a bunch of thugs. Ah, I'm blind. If I just swing wildly, maybe I'll hit something.
We've got company.
Shall we gut this one together?
Oh yeah, by the way, I made that AoE heal that I was talking about. Come to find out, it is not the chick with her boobs out, but this guy in the attic with his head stuck in the ceiling. Huh, that's extremely progressive for 1996. Although actually that's probably from one of the quest packs or something. And they're married in Daggerfall, which means I guess they kind of meld together. Flesh of my flesh. You'll mark it on my map? What? I forgot that that was an option. I'm moving up in the world. It's like being home in Skyrim. Another Dark Brotherhood promotion. Slayer. Fight an unkillable barbarian. Before several minutes later, ultimately giving up and leaving. Thieves Guild promotion. This comes from a mod called Skyrim's Adventures, which, among other things, adds Thieves Guild jobs from Skyrim to Daggerfall. Man, he just reached a dungeon. It has been months since my prison sentence. Anyway, several more months pass, me getting several updates on the agent's progress, and most of Modsy's company dying. Except for Minder, they part ways. In the meanwhile, I'm doing jobs for the local populace, the Thieves Guild, the Dark Brotherhood. Dragonlings, imitation fairy dragons. I hit level 10. I do want to talk about how annoying the vanilla lockpicking system is in Daggerfall. Essentially doors you get one try and then you can't do it anymore. But the Penwick Papers adds this little DDR-esque lockpicking game, which I really like that it's an option, but the fact that I played DDR a lot in the 90s and the up and down arrows are in the wrong direction is a source of huge frustration for this minigame. My muscle memory for this is undefeated. Still, it's nice to have an option, and that's only if your initial lockpicking check fails. Hey, I did it. At some point along the way, though, I realized my lockpicking for a thief is kind of abysmal. It's enough for all the vanilla doors, but there's a mod that puts some of the loot piles into locked loot containers, and the skill check for this is extremely high. And if you jam the lock and bash it open, it just mostly becomes garbage. Cool for a warrior playthrough, I guess. So my first step is to make increasingly powerful unlocking spells. First it's Thief Tool, then it's Lock Blaster, and later on I make Lock Blaster Ultra, which takes my entire Magicka pool. It's got a 95% chance of success and still doesn't work sometimes. Hey, I did it barehanded. Neat. Eventually I learned that because I joined the Archaeologist Guild and I haven't been doing jobs for them, the Mages Guild ejects me.
Well, fuck you too, jerks.
Yeah, apparently for some reason the Archaeologist Guild and the Mages Guild have some sort of rivalry. And I start messing around with Artixfires Economy Mod, first just for the novelty of it, but then I get the idea that if I buy water and sell it in Alakir Desert, I can probably make a lot of money. So that becomes a new long-term plan for me. I also decide I'm going to start moving regions, buying up more water as I go around the bay. Maybe I can see something different and more interesting. Also, the local authorities are mad at me again, so the Dark Brotherhood HQ gets raided, and I'm not about to deal with that. Why are they on the roof like that?
Stop right there.
Oh hey, that's a bounty hunter. Yep, here I am traveling through Shalgora. Dearmore has a lot of water. When my cargo is full, I go to Alakir. How we doing so far? So where is Damien in the main quest now? This is called The Beast. It's a side quest and it's right here. Judging by the previous messages, he's already finished. Morgaia's wedding. Concern for Nulfaga. Minisera's letters. Obviously Privateer's Hold because all you gotta do is finish the starting dungeon. And because of the length of time we can safely say instructions from the Empire. I think I can also say that the mod isn't taking into account my 2-year prison sentence. But how about us? How are we doing? Can I honestly say that I'm having fun playing this way? Yeah, I mean, especially with the amount of mods and the amount of new quests, the amount of randomness mixed with the quest packs giving interesting quests, this is fun. But the real question is, when can I decide that I'm done with this game? Because normally I would have the main quest to decide this. Well, I'll tell you later. If you stuck around this long, you may find this information shocking, but I'm about 40% the way through my raw footage, roughly. And I don't think I'm at the place where I can make an over 2-hour video, mentally and time-wise. You know, if I was actually getting paid a living wage for this, then maybe. So I think that's where I'm going to call it today. I'll have a healthy last time portion at the beginning of the next video. Consider liking and subscribing. So long and thanks for watching.